Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. You have found Parenting Dyslexia 360. I'm Christine Patterson, and this channel is dedicated to supporting parents trying to raise dyslexic children. My video today is a little bit different than some of my other ones. Maybe it's a little more of a rant than informational, but this topic sort of brought up weird, strong feelings in me, and I thought maybe it's worth sharing because maybe it brought up weird, strong feelings in you too. If you are interested in seeing more videos about parenting dyslexia, then please subscribe to the channel and click the bell so you can be notified of any new videos. Today I have an assistant. This is Callie. You can sort of see her a little bit in the camera. But let's just get started. Let me tell you about what's been on my mind. So when my daughter was first labeled as dyslexic, I needed to take in information. I did what all of us as parents do. I took to the internet and I started looking things up. I wanted to know everything there was to know about dyslexia. And more importantly, I wanted to know my next steps. I wanted someone to tell me, here's step 1, step 2, step 3. Here's the things you don't want to do. These are the mistakes you could make. I needed action. I needed a plan. And what I found so interesting is that every website I looked at, and these were very credible websites, but so much of the website was dedicated to name dropping celebrities and famous people and actors and athletes and inventors that had dyslexia. And at first I thought, yeah, this is actually pretty cool. I would relay some of it back to my daughter if they were people she had heard of, because it's good for people to not feel alone. She's just hearing this word dyslexia too and trying to understand it. And I can say, hey, this famous person that you've heard of, that you've seen on TV, they have dyslexia too. And she thought that was pretty cool. But then I would go to the next website and it was more of the same. And the next website and more of the same. And then I started reading all these books and it was, I don't know, a lot of the same. And it sort of took me aback how much space in books and on the internet this kind of information was taking up. I really couldn't understand why. I get that it's nice to have hope, and seeing these inspirational figures who have accomplished amazing things helps provide hope and optimism. I get that. But I was in a place mentally where I needed information. I needed help. I needed steps. And if I went to one more website or read one more chapter in a book that told me about Albert Einstein, I was going to poke my eye out. I couldn't take it anymore. It was almost as though these websites felt that this was enough, that they were just saying to me, hey mom, don't worry about it. Jennifer Aniston turned out fine. And she is so cool and rich and famous, and that's awesome. But I want to know how she got through 4th grade. I needed to know how to help an 8-year-old. And I did not feel reassured by all the celebrity name dropping. And I got annoyed that it was taking up so much space on the internet in lieu of real help. Also, what was I supposed to do with this information about these celebrities and famous people and accomplished scientists? Even prior to knowing about dyslexia or having learning differences, I never put pressure on my kids to be the top 1% of the top 1% of anything. I feel like that's too much pressure for a child. I get that it's okay to have heroes and dream, but I certainly wasn't going to say to my child, well, you have dyslexia and you have, I guess, all these superpowers, so the expectation is you're gonna be a famous actress or you're gonna invent something big. I was just at a loss of what to do with this, and I wanted more tangible advice. I needed a different kind of information because I wasn't aspiring to raise movie stars or famous inventors. I was just trying to raise children who grew into whole adults who felt valued and had self-worth and could make some money to support themselves. And I didn't know how to get from the point I was at to that goal. And knowing that Albert Einstein made amazing things was not helping me. I completely understand that kids need role models and heroes, and it's okay for them to aspire to be like famous people. If my daughter came to me and said, wow, it's amazing how Jennifer Aniston has dyslexia and she is so funny and she's on that famous show and I want to be just like her when I grow up, I would be completely fine with that. But I'm also completely okay if she tells me her heroes have nothing to do with dyslexia. I would be totally happy if she never factored dyslexia into the adults she admires. I want her to find the things she's interested in and passionate about, and maybe the things she's good at, and then admire people in those areas. Which this reminds me, I think I'm gonna ask her later today about heroes, and maybe I'll get back to you about that. So I don't know. I'm not sure why this whole thing sparked so much emotion in me. And I would love to hear if you all feel the same way. I just found it so frustrating. So if you run into me in the grocery store and you wanna talk about dyslexia, happy to do it. Let's chat all day about it. But if all you're gonna do is name drop the famous people you've heard of that have dyslexia, then please don't. But what I do want to hear about, I want to hear about your recommendations about great art classes, or the sports in the area, or the ways I can build my daughter up, or how we can smooth the transition to middle school. I want to hear all about strategies for dyslexia, but I'm done hearing about the famous people. With that said, Channing Tatum or Jennifer Aniston, if you want to call me and talk about dyslexia, I would love it. All right, that's it for my rant for today. Thanks for listening. I would love to know if any of you can relate to this. Please comment below and tell me. You can just tell me I'm crazy. That's fine too. I'm all right with that. Parenting makes us do and feel crazy things. If you liked the video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe, click the bell, do all the things. If you want to see more of my content, I have other videos on YouTube, or you can check out my blog, which I'll link below, and you can find me on Instagram. Until the next time I see you, stay strong, parents. Ready? Hey, Isla, who are your heroes?
Pop-Pop, you, and Pink.
Those are excellent choices, and I'm very flattered. Do you have any reasons why those are your heroes?
Well, Pop-Pop is really smart, so I looked up to him because I want to be really smart like him. And you because you're a pediatrician and I want to be like you when I grow up. And Pink, and because I also love singing and she's my favorite singer.
Yeah, she's amazing, isn't she? I love her too. Pink, you're my hero too. Call us. All right, thanks.
You're welcome.
I love you.
I love you.